Hello and welcome to Pandorastarot. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces for the month of May. Welcome everyone. As I always say, please remember to check your rising, your moon sign. That will give you more information on the energies that are available to you throughout the month that might unfold. And of course, remember this is a general reading. If you would like a private one, you can contact me at pandorastarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the box below this video, so you can copy paste from there. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Let's start with this. You have Pisces in the challenge position, the Lovers. The Lovers is a card that represents having to make a choice, and yes, it could talk specifically about a love relationship, but even though the card is called Lovers, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not related to romantic themes itself. The Lovers is a card, in ancient tarots, it was actually, the drawing was, it was more suited for the actual meaning of the card, which was a man having to choose between two women. And this is the focus of your month, Pisces. Having to choose between two options, and the fact that it also comes up here, this card, it tells me that you haven't been, there's something you have been postponing. There's a decision you have been postponing that in the month of May it becomes critical for you to take a stance, and really face the fact that you have to choose one thing or another. And it's a really important month because in the development of the month, this line right here, you have all major arcanas. And major arcanas are cards that they are cards that symbolizes the big steps in our lives. Okay, the big moments that symbolize change in different forms. So it's an important month for you to realize that you have been stolen and that you need to move forward. So you have this choice that you have to make here as this focus point. And this, should I go in this direction or that direction? Should I do this or should I do that? And in the center of the reading, you have the card of the Tower. The Tower symbolizes sudden change. We see the Tower is being hit by lightning, and this is a card that for some people is a bit scary because of course it's sudden change. No one likes change, and especially if it is coming out of nowhere. But the Tower, I always say that as long as it comes up right, it's a good card because it means that it's kind of like the universe, God, the source, creator, whatever you want to call it. It's really getting into your life and saying, you know what, you haven't made the decision, or you haven't get rid of the things that no longer serve you, so I'm gonna butt in here and really make this happen. So the structure that falls apart in the month of May, whatever stops working, whatever, this could be a breakup. I'm not saying it couldn't be. For some of you, it could really be a breakup of a relationship, but it's not something that, in a way, I don't think it's gonna cut you completely off guard. I think it looks like it's external because you have been avoiding it, but you know that this is coming, okay, and that this is the healthier option to really tear down whatever it is that is no longer serving you, whether it is leaving that relationship or leaving that job. Perhaps, this is how it feels. You have to leave that job because they don't pay you right, it's an unhealthy environment, and you can do a lot better. But you have been stolen. And in the month of May, for example, you get fired. I know it sounds terrible, but in the long run, you will see that this is actually a good thing. That's the kind of situation that happens, okay? What happens if you're in a relationship that it's unhealthy? Well, it could be that you have been thinking about ending the relationship, but you don't really know, and suddenly the other person breaks up with you, and you go like, what? I'm the one who's been complaining about all of this, and that's the kind of thing that the Tower talks about. but it's necessary, okay? You can't get a better job if you don't get out of the first one that you are in. You can't get, I don't know, a better place to live in, you can attract a better partner if you're stuck with someone who has a lower vibration in energy, because it does feel like you're ready for something else, okay? You have been ready, but you're stalling. And in the position of the things you cannot change, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is someone who could belong to the fire signs. So it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now the thing with these people is that they're very passionate, and when they are in the reverse, it could, all that passion is not canalized, and it's not channeled in the way it should be. Okay, so it could be that they're people prone to anger, to violence. Could be people who are also not good at completing tasks. So they keep promise you things that they never deliver. Being in the position of the things you cannot change, this person is, there's something with this person that you won't be able to fix. This is someone I feel that in the month of May, and because of this sudden change, will eventually get out of your life. This is someone you are removing from your life. Alternatively, it could also be someone that you seek for advice. Should I leave this job? Should I leave this relationship? And this person will never agree with you. So don't really listen to this person if it comes up for some of you in this form. This could really be, it does feel for me that this comes up as this partner that you might be leaving behind, this friendship that you might be leaving behind, a boss that, you finally get out of that job. And this is something you can't fix. This is what the tarot is saying. The only way to get out of this bad influence is to leave this person behind you, Pisces. And here's the interesting thing. In the position of the help you're going to receive, you have the Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords is a card that represents feeling trapped. We see the woman here who is imprisoned by all the swords, but there's always something we say in tarot readers with this card, is that no one is forcing her to be in that prison. This is a card that talks about self-imposed prisons. It talks about negative thought patterns, so situations that are harmful or that makes us feel like we have no choice, that we are trapped, but in reality we do. Okay, so what the tarot here is saying is that you won't be, this feeling like you have no choice, like you can't really choose, like you have to stay in this bad situation. It's actually going to help you, because it will prompt you to move forward. When things fall apart, you will realize that actually it's a path a path to liberation. Okay. And as the outcome card, you have the World, and the World is a card that talks about endings. It's the end of a cycle, and then the end of a phase in your life. And it's a very successful ending, actually, because this is the final card in the Major Arcana. This is for those of you who know a bit about tarot, this is the final card in the end of the Fool, the journey of the Fool. And the fact that you're going to be able, through this sudden change of structure, things falling apart in your life, you will be able to come full circle, okay, and be able to in the month of June to move to a new phase in your life, because we have an ending here, but if we keep the reading, it will come up as a new beginning, okay, in the month of June. So you need to let this flow. Okay, I know that Pisces have a hard time making decisions, the majority of you at least, that's a general rule, and this is why the universe is giving you a push, So let this happen. It's necessary. It's a negative situation that you need to get out of. So I hope, Pisces, that this is helpful. I want to thank everyone who watches and likes and comments my videos. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll see you next month. Take care.